require my assistance? Adios. We're gonna be rich. Require my assistance?
Yo, alright, we are back, and it is time for some bar fight.
Tuesday night bar fight. Last one of the regular season. Who better than BrushyTuna and CmaccompH?
I'm hyped for this. This is really fun. We have Tuna bringing Demon Hunter, Mage, and Paladin versus CmaccompH. Demon Hunter, Paladin, Priest, and Shaman. What is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's because he's locked up playoffs.
I mean, yeah. There's a that could be part of it. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. It looks like it could just be a control heavy lineup as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I can see Soul Demon Hunter, Control Priest, Control Shaman, and Paladin. Of course, either Broom or Pure Paladin is proven to be very, very good in Heroes so far this season.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, BrushyTuna with a little bit more of a, I guess, more traditional style lineup with 4 classes that have all done fairly strong so far in this meta.
Yeah. Of course, who knows though? Because usually bringing a lineup that's only good with one type of deck is better suited for Legacy. Hero, you want more of a variety.
Yeah, for sure. So this will be exciting. I think the players should be getting ready to challenge up and ban soon.
I'm sorry for... I just want to apologize for everybody who had to hear that. I just launched Hearthstone for the first time today, and somebody might have popped up and told me about the new tavern, bro.
Nice.
But yeah. So I'm just trying to see the status of our players. It looks like they are challenged up.
Awesome. So we should be seeing a ban soon. So memes aside, Tuna's probably not banning Shaman. What do you think are the bans from these 2 players?
I'm gonna play it safe and say double Paladin.
Yeah, I'd say that's very realistic. Paladin proves to be a big problem for either side quite significantly. If Tuna's anticipating maybe that Paladin doesn't get banned, he might ban Priest, because Priest is the only one that can realistically handle Paladin outside of a mirror. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the double Paladin ban here.
Yeah.
And now we wait with bated breath to find out what are the bans.
So just overall, whose lineup do you like better?
I mean, I like the lineup that doesn't have Shaman in it, so I'm gonna say BrushyTuna. I mean, I also don't like Priest in general, so I definitely go with BrushyTuna's lineup. I'm getting some messages from him. He's upset, so the Mage is banned.
Oh, darn it! No.
CmaccompH.
Well,
Disappointing.
I mean, I was just gonna say I'm gonna shut up and not say anything additionally because my exact 2 talking points were gonna be I hate priest and shaman.
Fair.
Obviously for different reasons. But
And you were correct on the assumption for BrushyTuna's side. He did ban Paladin. So, I mean, in some ways, the Mage ban is decent for BrushyTuna because Mage is really the counter for Paladin. So, banning Paladin means, one of your counters for it was gone anyway. So, you're generally not feeling too bad about that.
I mean, I don't want to give up too much about Brushy, but all I want to say is I really wanted to see his mage.
Yeah, it was gonna be a spicier mage, so
Yeah.
we all miss out. CMAC saw it coming, said
Yep.
nope, no spice.
But yeah, I think they can go whenever they're ready. I'm just gonna DM them that right now.
Perfect.
So what do you think leadoffs are?
Leadoffs probably, since the Paladin wasn't banned from BrushyTuna, we might just see Paladin lead to, I don't know, maybe he baits out the Priest and then counters that with Demon Hunter. Alternatively, maybe Tuna leads with Demon Hunter. For CMAC, of course, Shaman. Always lead Shaman. Bring Shaman, lead Shaman. Easy.
Yep, I think that's definitely.
Yeah, but I know BrushyTuna right now, he's just trying to fight off the pregame tilt already because he just crafted a golden Vectus and he was so excited to show off his golden Vectus mage on stream tonight, but CMAC said no.
So yeah, for those of you that are viewing at home, we do have CMAC on the bottom and Tuna on the top. So, and it looks like they are into battle. So as soon as Tuna turns on a spectate,
There it is.
so it looks like we're gonna see a Shaman leadoff for CMAC and a Hunter for Tuna.
All right, so Hunter the lead, and of course, CMAC, bring Shaman, lead Shaman. Easy. So here we go. A Galakron Shaman, it looks like, pretty clearly, with the Corrupt Elementalist in hand for CMAC. Meanwhile, BrushyTuna, definitely face-oriented Hunter. With the Brawler in hand, probably face Highlander Hunter.
Seems like I am having some technical difficulties right now. It is not letting me see Tuna's hand cards, so.
Oh, well, I can see his hand. So he, of course, coins out the Felmaw on turn 1, which he wants to do. The remainder of his hand, he's holding a Brawler, a Voracious Reader, a Dragonbane, and an Eaglehorn Bow.
Alright.
And draws Tour Guide off the top.
I'm getting right back into spectating them now, so hopefully that. There we go. We're good.
A mistake.
A lot of emotes. Emotes are flying. You love to see it.
You really do.
Players are memeing it up. And CMAC with some options here could play a Volpera Scoundrel, could play a Mana Tide, could freeze and get a Rusher. Looks like he favors the freeze right now. Get that first invoke going. And another minion that maybe is a target for Felmaw to hit. And it's a trade Maw in this game here,
Yep.
killing a 0-2.
Stunning.
The emotes are flying.
I love it.
And
Option for
BrushyTuna with
Tuna.
some interesting options. Wants to play the Voracious Reader, interestingly enough. Even though it's not going to draw any cards, it does narrow the hand a little bit. Also, this Tour Guide, of course, setting up for the Dragonbane turn 4 with hero power.
I'm looking at the Ace Hunter in his hand.
Yeah, the Ace Hunter could definitely do some work.
Yeah. Ooh. This has to be Witch's Brew, right?
Against a face hunter, it's hard to pass up a card like that.
Yeah.
Torrent is not terrible too, but you already have one in hand, so yeah, CMAC very clearly just going with, let me get extra healing when I can.
Well played.
Not going to trade here, and BrushyTuna has the option to full clear this board and then send 5 face. May just want to kill the 2-1 first and then press the button to take the 50-50.
Whoa.
Doesn't even care at all about the minion.
Neither
Takes
the
the
Dragon Bane.
50-50 regardless.
Oh, that's double Witch's Brew in hand for CMAC, though. That can be
Yeah.
backbreaking for Tuna.
Dragonbane knows where the place is, but CMAC here just holding absurd amounts of healing.
Oh, Ancestral Healing might be the pick here.
And with the health breakpoints, Rockbiter Weapon is not terrible either,
No, it
just
is
to
not.
clear off the Bone Chewer Brawler. Looks like that's what he wants to do here.
I think either one was a legitimate option. Making a decent-sized taunt later might be good, but obviously he sees that clearing off the taunt now is more important.
Absolutely. And BrushyTuna holding Ace Hunter and Adorable Infestation. Looked like he was just going to jam the Ace Hunter and the 1-mana cards for card draw. So passing on the hero power? No, he's going to... Okay. Always hero power then.
Oh my god.
Forget the card draw, just send face damage.
Oh.
CMAC now down to 10 health.
Just
and
another Torrent
big pickup.
is really big here. I think if I'm him, I might just Torrent, trade into the Raider, and then heal myself for 8.
Yeah, 8 healing, clear the most dangerous card, and clear the card draw seems really good.
Yeah, and you're still left with a 2-1.
And CMAC using the main decked Witch's Brew, hiding the fact that he still has a discovered Witch's Brew in hand that Tuna cannot play around.
Definitely the correct play.
Very technically sound players on both sides.
Yeah, well, at least on the Shaman side.
at least on the Shaman side, yeah.
Anyways.
We don't know about Tuna.
Yeah. And I don't know, I think we know well enough to know that it's not.
Let none
But anyways.
survive.
Tuna gonna lead off with the Infestation here?
Makes sense. Basically just getting a little bit more power and a little bit more pressure. You have to imagine that everything just goes face here. That's another 8 damage. And once again, CMAC is at 10 health. BrushyTuna holding a Dino Tamer Brand means that if CMAC does not heal, he's just going to be dead to the brand.
And unfortunately for CMAC, his Galakron is only at 1 Invoke at the moment, so it's still at its base form. Which are only 2/2s, which aren't doing a whole lot here.
Such choice.
It would allow him to clear off the Ace Hunter, but I don't think that's enough. He's going to need more than that. I mean, obviously it will keep him from dying next turn, but...
And then, well, then he could actually follow with 4 Witch's Brews.
Yeah, he could.
If he wanted to. So Galakron is a reasonable play just to go up to 15 health and leave power coming back at you to where BrushyTuna would need 11 burst from hand on 7 mana. Pretty unlikely. He also might just feel like he has to play Witch's Brew right now and does indeed decide to do that. So that is 12 healing. But no development of the board at all and no more healing in CMAC's hand. We should just see a Dino Tamer Brand snap played by BrushyTuna as he sends a whole bunch more damage right back CMAC's way. And swings the weapon as well. Doesn't care to try to get more charges with that secret in hand, just pushing damage now. What does CMAC do here? He's got to find something off of Marsh Spawn or it's over.
None of these.
And that's not going to do it. You love to see it. CMAC given Wind Fury, you have to expect BrushyTuna is going to attack with the King Crush somewhere other than face first before it actually... Yep. Well memed on both sides.
You have my thanks.
And that's going to do it. Shaman, once again, goes down early. No big surprise to those of you who have been following Hearthstone since Galakrond got nerfed, basically.
Yeah, pretty
on
much.
Shaman's side from Descent of Dragons. It's been kind of on the trash heap ever since. So that is CMAC down to his Demon Hunter and Priest. Meanwhile, BrushyTuna still has his Hunter up with Paladin and Demon Hunter in the back pocket. And here we see the Demon Hunter. Very likely going to be a Soul Demon Hunter, and it is.
Yeah, I was going to say.
This matchup, because of the Highlander aspect, actually closer to 50-50.
Yeah, I think it's still slightly favorable for the Demon Hunter. I want to say maybe like 55-45. But that's a lot better than just straight up face hunter for the Hunter.
Honestly, I think it's even shifted past the 55 mark. It might be somewhere around 51 or 52 for the
geez.
DH. Like it's very close because of those things like Zephyrus and Bran.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a good start for CMAC so far here. He's got most of the cards that he wants to see in his game. He's already put frags in deck. He's got a Mystic to clear up board if he needs it, which, well, that looks pretty good, given BrushyTuna flooding the board right now. A Shard Shatter Mystic with a 1/3 trade into a 4/4 will actually just full clear the board.
Yeah.
Unless CMAC actually top decks 2 frags. He dodges the low roll, so we're going to see a full board clear.
Yeah, absolutely. That would have been pretty
This
impressive
game,
if he managed to draw both frags there.
That would have been kind of hilarious. Then Demon Hunter's just in there like, oh, what do I do now?
Yeah. I mean, it would have been funny for everyone who's not a wild ace.
True.
Because, you know, even though they might have playoffs locked up already, seeding is very important.
True, yeah, they definitely still want to maximize points here.
Absolutely. We're going to go Snake Trap plus... I don't know. I don't know what the thought is here.
BrushyTuna, a lot to think about here. The top decked Phase Stalker and Hero Power feels so good, but decides that he wants to go with the Felma, I suppose just to get it on the board as early as possible, and then follows with that Snake Trap so that when it does actually potentially get hit by any kind of trade, he has a good setup for Zephyrus.
I could definitely see a risk of the Phase Stalker being that if you have a Freezing Trap in deck, you don't exactly want that card getting Freezing Trapped. You don't want to give the opponent another easy board clear.
You wouldn't enjoy the board clear coming out again. And that is exactly what happens anyway.
Yep.
He may have known that it was a guarantee anyway, because a lot of times this list only runs those 3 secrets, Plate, Snake, and Freezing.
Yeah, I would assume so. Of course, last turn he didn't have the Plate in hand. So it would have been a 50-50 if that is the case.
Oh, true.
Meanwhile, CMAC options here. He has a lot of them.
He's got basically every card that Soul DH wants to have early. This is probably just a Glade Bound.
Yeah. Oh,
just full pressure.
I like that a lot. He has a lot of damage in hand.
But Face Maw goes face. So BrushyTuna applying some pressure right back. Zephyrus most likely going to be used just to clear up a 6/4 though.
Yeah.
Some weird options being offered by Zeph.
I assume it has to be the Eviscerate. I can see the Healing Touch. The Houndmaster definitely seems a little odd to me here.
Yeah, Houndmaster just wouldn't really be all that good at all.
Yeah.
But BrushyTuna is able to find a decent amount of pressure to apply right back. And now it's up to CmaccompH to try to deal with this board. And it would have been tough with a 5-mana Shard Shatter Mystic, but a 3-mana Mystic being top decked allows for a very easy full board clear with the Soul Shears on hand as well.
Very strong because you're saving the coin in hand. So all of a sudden you have
Demons.
Warblades and the
Demons.
Soul Shard.
Right, yeah, the big damage plus heal burst play that CmaccompH is able to set up for turn 7
Plus you also get
on
to
8 mana.
play a Spirit Jailer here as well, which you wouldn't have been able to squeeze in. So yeah, just very strong turn. And this is too off of a lethal threat.
Yeah, and everything's pretty much going CmaccompH's way here, but look at this draw from BrushyTuna. It might not be enough.
But it might be enough.
Well, given that we know, I mean, on Tuna's side, this is absolutely the play.
Yeah, absolutely.
To just pressure. But we can see that on CmaccompH's side, he's just going to be able to heal for a bunch.
So what, he heals up to 18? He has 10, 11, 12 coming back at him? So is there any way for Tuna to have 6 damage?
Very realistically, yeah, you know, he with the 10 on board and CmaccompH going up to 18. Well, no, he's already used Zephyrus, actually. So
I don't think
what
there
would be
is.
the... It'd have to be a combination of cards, which we can see BrushyTuna is not holding. So there is a chance, maybe, with this board that BrushyTuna could get the victory, but based on his hand, we knew that there was no way he could lethal him.
Dragonbane, right? Wait, no, he would have been 1 minute off. Never mind.
Yeah, 1 health. Yeah, because he couldn't play the Spear and Dragonbane and Hero Power.
Yeah, there was no way.
And it'd still be a 25%.
Can he stay alive here, though? Or, I mean, I guess in his eyes he can stay alive. Of course, CmaccompH has the Soul Shear, which can move through the taunt.
Right, but this technically blocks lethal. Actually, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because of the 5-mana Mystic, the BrushyTuna knows that he's holding.
I mean, unless CmaccompH draws
there's
off,
really no way.
He could draw all of his fragments here.
Yeah, if he drew 5 straight frags, that was Tuna's out from his where he was sitting. But
I mean,
obviously, CmaccompH has more than enough to get the win.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the like 0.0001% chance of CmaccompH not having lethal here is still better for Tuna than...
It's greater than 0.
Yep.
And there it is, more emotes, and the series is tied up. You have to expect that BrushyTuna is queuing up Paladin next, the counter for Soul Demon Hunter. And the Hunter now eliminated.
This is something I kind of enjoy about Hero, is a lot of matches just, you know, go very methodically, just counter. So it gets so exciting when you see an upset.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, if CmaccompH can find a victory in this matchup here, that's highly unfavored for Demon Hunter. A lot of times that all locks out a series.
Yeah.
Winning those unfavorables is massive.
Or the best part is when someone wins an unfavorable and the person is like down 2-1 and they have to win an unfavorable to get back in it, and they just counter win the unfavorable.
Oh, yeah.
And then that forces game 5. That's just like prime Hero series right there.
Absolutely. And what we see to start off, CmaccompH actually kept his entire opening hand. Very good start, having Marrow Slicer and Blade Dance and the Soul Shear. And BrushyTuna also starting off with things he wants to see, namely first day of school on turn 1.
Thank you.
I believe that Tuna's had his Paladin banned almost every single match, so he's never actually had a chance to debut these what's this called? the special hero portrait, Hollow something. Uther?
Yeah, something.
I don't remember what it's called. Hollow Knight, maybe, Headless Uther, one of those.
Something along those lines.
My thanks.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to squelch these two in a second.
Honestly.
Except I think I can only squelch Tuna because Blizzard's form of adding spectate is, well, yeah, we're basically gonna make you essentially in the game.
You won't get far.
Excellent. All right, so pretty straightforward from both sides so far to this point. Now CMAC drawing a Marrow Slicer off the top, already with a Marrow Slicer in hand, and it's turn 4. Usually what Demon Hunter wants to do, but with the board up, looks like he wants to go a slightly different direction. Can always play Slicer on a later turn and use some cards in hand to deal with the board and take the advantage.
Yep. But we just see so many ways to get back on board for Tuna here. Oh, that's a pretty good draw. I think he's gonna coin out the Truth Seeker though.
And generally, a lot of times, what Paladin really wants to do is get those Libram discounts. You know, a strong statted minion that also has taunt. And now we can see that it should be fairly easily for CMAC to get through this first taunt.
Yeah. Any taunts past this might be a little bit trickier.
Decides the weapon and the Spirit Jailer gets to push 2 damage here, taking 4 himself. So BrushyTuna, oh, actually not clearing at all. Wants to save the Blade Dance maybe with the with the weapon charges. I can see it.
I'm interested that he didn't go Twin Slice weapon there. That's what I was looking at first.
Yeah, easily could have just cleared it without making any trade either.
Oh, but he can push a lot of face damage here. Of course, I don't know if that's what you want to do. You know there's probably healing coming right around the corner from Tuna. You might not want to start burning the Twin Slices yet.
But a very tempting board to Blade Dance right here.
Yeah. Absolutely. You're definitely going with the Blade Dance. I just don't know how much... Alright, he is going to commit Twin Slice and Second Slice to face.
So CMAC deciding in this unfavorable matchup needs to just push as much damage as quickly as possible and hope that BrushyTuna does not have his big burst healing just yet. Of course, the information he doesn't know is Tuna is holding a 7-mana Libram of Hope going into this upcoming turn.
I wonder how desperate CMAC is here, because he could theoretically pop the shield and Soul Shear with Shatter Shard Mystic to clear the taunt, and then push another 8 face if you want Twin Slice Second Slice. But...
It's a very solid play.
Yeah.
I think you want to hold the Twin Slice back most likely and float the 1 mana.
I agree.
But being able to just, you know, develop a minion, clear the board, put more frags in deck, and push damage, all things Demon Hunter likes to do. And now BrushyTuna's sitting here at 12 health. And here comes the bad news for CMAC, as that is an 8/8 Divine Shield taunt on an empty board that healed BrushyTuna for 8 health.
Yeah, and that's
the main example of why this matchup is unfavored for Demon Hunter.
Yeah, so CMAC was kind of in that situation where he was saying, alright, I have to start going in on damage. If you have the Libram, then you have it. Nothing I can do about it. And unfortunately, he had it.
And now, I mean, he can equip the Marrow Slicer. He could Hero Power and draw a card with the Mana Feeder, but he's not going to be able to actually kill the minion if he equips the Marrow Slicer. Most likely the most efficient use of the mana, but things are turning very poorly for CMAC here as BrushyTuna now has the initiative.
Yeah.
Doesn't care about the minion, just hitting face. A bit surprised to not see a Libram Wisdom being played here, since he led by mousing over the Liadrin. Looks like he wants to go a different route.
The best defense is a great defense.
Goody two shields. He is gonna waste the spell burst on it, but I think that's a very fair trade-off.
Yeah, that's just a massive amount of power on the board. So if CMAC doesn't have like a consume magic, basically, this is game over.
That's Warblades. Get a lot of life still here.
Kane gets through taunt. Not going to be
5
enough to
plus-
actually find a lethal, though.
Yeah, how far off is he? That's 8 plus another 4 is 12, 15.
Only 4 health off, right?
Yep.
But dead on board.
Yeah.
So this should wrap it up.
I mean, he could Warblades hit with double Twin Slice.
I mean, I guess you have to.
Yeah, and that's enough. That keeps him alive, but I don't think he's really in a winning position from this point.
Time grows short.
No, the minion has to trade as well. Has 2 power on board, just goes right back to 15. And
I wonder if it was ever correct there to play the Kane and push the damage.
I don't know if it really makes a difference here. It's such a bad matchup.
Yeah.
And obviously Tuna had multiple ways to just push right back through and have the lethal. There was no lethals for CMAC. And as expected, the Paladin picks up the victory, eliminates the Demon Hunter, and CMAC now down to his Priest, which fortunately for him is the class he would want to queue anyway against Paladin. BrushyTuna is left with a Demon Hunter behind this Paladin, which usually has a slight favorable matchup against Priest. So we may see this coming down to a Game 5 Demon Hunter versus Priest, where Tuna would have the slight edge.
Yeah, absolutely.
For now, victory, though, within BrushyTuna's grasp if he can win an unfavorable. Meanwhile, CMAC and the Priest, just the main plan is, control the action and steal your opponent's stuff a whole lot.
Happy Hallows End, champion.
Happy Hallows End.
And both sides leading off slowly this time.
Reporting for duty.
Nice draw off the top for CMAC. Gets a Wand Maker, holding Raise Dead as well. And Wand Maker's definitely one of those minions you want to get back from Raise Dead.
Absolutely.
Another Raise Dead found. CMAC probably just taking a trade and healing the minion up.
Alright.
And we'll see what he discovers. Penance looks strong. And is in fact the option. If BrushyTuna doesn't develop anything on this board, we could see an Acolyte just steal the Goody Two Shields.
Yep.
As it stands, though, BrushyTuna developing one minion to play around that play a little bit.
It's definitely a balanced card even after it got nerfed.
The Cabal Acolyte Wave of Apathy combo is very real. But now there's a 50-50 that you mega low roll, which I don't think CMAC wants to take the chance on. Instead, yeah, just going to play that Shadow Word Death and clear up the minion. And actually just getting cards out of hand. Gonna Penance a 1/1 as well. For no heal. Just to be efficient with the mana. And here comes the True Seeker. Crucially, BrushyTuna not playing a Libram Wisdom on this 4/6. Doesn't want it vulnerable to a Shadow Word Death or vulnerable to single card steal effect like Acolyte Wave of Apathy, which may have happened Also wanted to wait with the Librams in order to trigger Allura. We'll see what the trigger is.
Oh,
It's a high roll. That's a big boy.
Reporting for duty.
and really good finding that hero power to once again kind of mess with the Cobalt a bit, the Acolyte.
Yeah, BrushyTuna just really spacing out these
Or Cabal,
threats
Cobalt.
very well.
And looks like he will go with the Cabal anyways. He really doesn't have to.
Yeah, CmacCompH just going to take the chance. There's a 75% chance to steal something that you want because only the Silverhand Recruit is something you're going to feel bad about. And it steals the best ones.
That's pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would have felt great about the 3-6.
And
my
here
God.
come the emotes. Just a brutal outcome for BrushyTuna having that minion stolen. Fortunately, is holding the Blessing of Authority, meaning the 8/8 does not have the opportunity to be an 8/8.
Nope.
Coming back on CmacCompH's turn is very easily dealt with its 1 power. And here now we have BrushyTuna going with keeping his True Seeker at a 5/4. I'm surprised that Allura was the buff rather than the True Seeker to continue on the spacing.
Yeah, I agree there. I mean, yeah. CmacCompH here,
I wonder.
I don't know.
Holding a Soul Mirror, it might just be the time to play it.
Yeah, but that's not. That's removing the 5/4, and that's it. That's rough.
True, but you get your own very high attack minion. Yeah, wants to go. Oh, of course, Raise Dead. Gives you a very high chance of getting the other Cabal Acolyte right back, which he does,
Yep,
and can play the same combo with Wave of Apathy. Worst case scenario, you still keep quite a bit of damage off your face, regardless of what minion you steal.
Dance, puppet. Dance.
Blizzard picture
And
game.
this time did not steal the absolute ideal perfect minion like he did last time, missing the Allura. But there's a Shadowward
Oh
Ruin,
my God.
easily clearing an Allura.
I was gonna say I don't think he's very upset about the Divine Shield taunt to keep pressure off his face.
With the find from Renew of Shadowward Ruin, that steal actually wound up being the best possible steal now.
Yep.
Because at least the 4/5 would have survived it on BrushyTuna's side. Although I guess, no, it's probably still the best possible steal to take the Allura, because it would have been a 12-14 for him, and Tuna doesn't have any ways in hand to deal with that.
Yeah. I mean,
That just could be game winning.
I don't think he's gonna complain about it either.
All right, finds a Libram of Hope from the draw. But honestly, this game already looks over now for a Priest victory, I'd say.
I do love a good study session.
Paladin's just running out of stuff. And that's always... Oh my God, he got another one.
More Cabal Acolyte.
But yeah, that's always been a Paladin issue, is just running out of stuff.
Absolutely.
Of course, he is playing the pure Paladin, so there is a chance he does have a bit of value generation with the 7-mana 7/7, but
I wonder.
he's going to need to draw that very soon, and hope he doesn't get that Paladin cards, which there are plenty of.
So now CmacCompH faced with a very interesting decision here. You have to expect that he was planning a Shadowward Ruin to deal with the 2 extremely high attack minions.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I love it.
nasty to lead with the Inner Fire just to move this up so that all 3 minions on board get cleared by the Shadowward Ruin. Nicely done. And healing up his own minion, pushing damage. This just seems so hopeless for BrushyTuna, but there is something. The Lightforged Crusader. What's in the Crusader box?
Ooh, Braggart.
I must have slain 100 or so.
Not bad.
Interesting he decided not to use any Librams there for the double buff. Even just one.
Yeah, maybe concerned about Soul Mirror or Steals.
Yeah,
As
definitely.
we can see once again, we've just got CMAC with all the answers to everything that BrushyTuna wants to do.
Darn, I wanted to see DQA there.
Grabs a Deathwing. Yeah, probably quite a few duplicates still remaining in CMAC's deck.
Stop ruining my fun.
And just gonna jam down an 8/8 Divine Shield Taunt. A casual 8/8 Divine Shield Taunt for CMAC to contest these two 7/7s.
I was gonna say, contest the board pretty well, but that card is gonna follow the rules.
Yep, and now not nearly as well contested as BrushyTuna with a very strong answer to this minion to push through more damage. Get some card draw, clear up the board, and Paladin looking board-wise in a very strong position.
At least for a few more seconds until the Soul Mirror
And
gets played.
once again, Soul Mirror just looks absolutely insane on this board.
I don't know how you're not gonna play Soul Mirror here.
Makes sense to lead with the Raised Dead
Yeah.
regardless. See what you find.
The same two
And-
exact cards that you found last time.
Yep. There's going to Wand Maker first as well. Stalling the Soul Mirror play for as long as possible. Here's a Draconic Studies.
Oh, I like the hot
More
head.
strong options. Yeah, Ysera's insane. A 7-mana Ysera.
You know, I really like the play from CMAC there, just to make two, and I hope that he doesn't have it.
Yeah, that too.
I like the interaction where he still gets the card draw there.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
It makes sense. Just not something you know, think of.
Alright, now we're at the point in the game where BrushyTuna just throws a bunch of stuff on the board and, you know, kind of just dumping whatever he has left to try to find some semblance of pressure to withstand this steel onslaught from CMAC. And quite easily on CMAC's side, a Pyro and more clear. Coins first, then he can renew the Pyro, and we're gonna see this entire board cleared out as well. A
Oh
Mind
my
Control,
God.
disgusting for the other Lemur of Hope that you know he's gonna be expecting to see.
Yep.
The Kobold Sticky Finger, I'll take that weapon. And oh, it's just, it's brutal to watch
Yeah.
at this point.
I
It's like
think-
the, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think you used the only word that could really describe this. Brutal.
Yeah. It's like that that Simpsons meme. Stop it. He's already dead. But of course, we still have to play out the remainder of the game. CMAC with a number of options once again being presented to him. Could always steal the 2/1 stealth with the Acolyte if he really wanted to. Finding an Apotheosis off this here is absolutely insane.
Stop it, he's already dead.
Could always just jam the Ysera on the board.
Aww. This is
Does
just
decide he
cruel.
wants to play that Acolyte.
I
Gets
feel-
the steal, gets the clear, heals more, doesn't even need to swing the weapon.
It's like, it's not even that big of a deal to steal a 2/1. It's just kind of like demoralizing your opponent.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, when he was stealing and getting Divine Control. It's fine.
And
It's
there's the
something.
Lemur of Hope. Are we going to see Lemur Wisdoms being played on this as well?
I cannot wait to read these.
Just holding back the two
Oh, thank
Librams.
God.
Yep. And we're going to see a mind control from CMAC.
Oh man, now he has to choose between Mind Flayer and Mind Control.
And the demoralizing continues.
Yeah. I feel like Tuna should have conceded this about 5 turns ago.
I mean,
just for his
honestly,
own
just to
mental sanity.
preserve your own mental health going into a game
Exactly.
5.
Exactly.
But Tuna stubbornly fighting, never say die.
I mean, if I was going to use one word to describe Tuna, it would be stubborn.
Absolutely. Very accurate.
A shame he doesn't have a consecration here, because he'd be able to answer this board, and then, you know, have a Sarah dropped on him immediately, but, you know.
The victory is
Oh, there you go.
All right, and now Tuna finally, graciously, spares us from any more of this game. And here it is, the best words in all of Hearthstone. Game 5.
Yep.
We've got BrushyTuna's Demon Hunter up against CmacCompH's Priest.
I feel like we've had a lot of Game 5s this season. On bar fight specifically.
Yeah, we definitely go Game 5 quite a bit in bar fight. I'm not complaining here. You love
Nope.
to see it come down to the final game. 2 lifesteal weapons in BrushyTuna's hand. If there was any doubt that he was going to be sold DH, it looks like he is, in fact, sold Demon Hunter. On CmacCompH's side, very good opening sequence of cards that he wants to have in his hand. It looks like he's just going to full keep.
I'm not sure who's favored in this matchup.
Demon Hunter has a slight edge.
All right.
I think this one really is more like 54-55% Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
But when Priest starts out with something like Veil Weaver in hand and then finds Raise Dead shortly afterwards, it can get pretty problematic for any class to deal with.
Absolutely. But yeah, we were just talking about Game 5 as being common on bar fights. That's also just because, like we were saying earlier, LHS being the counter queue format, Game 5s are just more common in LHS in general.
Absolutely.
Anyways, we're gonna see a Chaos Strike here from Tuna. Oh, good draw. He's just gonna be able to keep cycling here.
Yeah, definitely what Demon Hunter wants to do to start off. And CmacCompH was probably hoping for like a Wand Maker or something as well to go along with the Veil Weaver.
Yeah. You will have Veil Weaver Apotheosis on turn 5, but that's very slow. You want to be getting on board way before that. Plus, there's also the argument you want to save your Apotheosis for the Pyro.
Very true.
Oh, finds a Sticky Finger. That's big in this matchup.
Sticky Finger heading right into turn 4. So BrushyTuna's ideal turn 4 play is usually Marrow Slicer, and that would be a very ideal turn 5 for CmacCompH to steal it. Or also maybe just to hold it for a lifesteal weapon if he chooses.
Here we're going to see him playing the Mystic as a 3-mana 3/2. Obviously, doing it to outcast the Skull in hand.
Yeah, and just tempo on board. Honestly, the Mystic isn't that great in the Priest matchup to begin
Absolutely.
with, so just getting in pressure and damage while he can.
So we do see Tuna has 8 cards in hand. We'll go up to 9 with the draw, so Coin Skull would take him down to 7. So as long as he just draws something, he can play for free next turn. However,
And we do in fact see the Veil Weaver Apotheosis play.
yeah, he might be a little wary to play the Skull all of a sudden. He probably wants to answer that before it gets out of hand.
Yeah, realistically, could have just been the decision from CmacCompH seeing this minion come down, might be thinking that BrushyTuna was trying to outcast a Skull to play with Coin, and lines up a minion whose health breakpoint is
what a
greater
draw.
than the attack power on board. But yeah, very good find from BrushyTuna to clear up this minion and allow him to still push more damage. And we
Yeah.
also see, finally, Tuna does have frags in deck, meaning that there is a slight chance of a low roll from Skull, but only 2 in 20 cards. It'd be pretty unlikely.
A simple spell.
Spellkin, Holy Smite, and another Studies. Just going to hold off. Doesn't even want to use the Holy Smite to clear up one of the minions on board here on CmacComp's side.
A lot of options for Tuna here. He can always just throw down a Skull, but he does have 2 really good 5-mana cards right over there that are both very legitimate to play here.
Yeah, definitely decision time. You know, only 2 frags in deck. Turn 6, Outcast Skull. Very tempting to just rip the Skull. But again, knows that this is a minion that maybe could hit the second Apotheosis for heal burst. Maybe he wants to look for more damage or clear a minion. Or put more frags in deck for a different setup. So quite a few different options. Probably still going to play Skull.
I would assume so.
Enough time.
With the rope burning, now it seems less likely to play it.
Yeah.
Mousing the Lapidary instead. Does he clear or does he push?
I think he's going face.
All face. Face is the place. You love to see it. BrushyTuna going for the smork.
Big damage setup here, though. Oh, that's disgusting.
And yep, a Soul Mirror could pretty easily deal with the board. Might not necessarily be the play that CmacComp wants to make. He's got some other options, but it's very tempting to just rip what you top decked.
Especially when
clear
you're
up
at
the board.
14, you're scared.
This swings things around pretty nicely. CmacComp also gets to keep, obviously, one of the minions that he steals from BrushyTuna because of the Mana Feeder attacking itself and not dying. And now, yeah, Tuna looks like he's mousing the Skull pretty quickly here.
Could be thinking about getting some
Doesn't
3/3
shouldn't
Russians
want to
on
rip
board
it
as well.
right now, considering that would burn a card. Should at least play the coin before he does so. Looked like he was considering the Militia as well for a second there. He could have gone coin, Jailer, Militia for Rushers.
This is a lot of damage.
But wow, that is... Yeah, those are cards you really want to see.
Yeah.
Discounted. So, not pushing a ton of damage right now, but has all of the burst lined up for a victory here. And on CmacComp's side, he really needs healing. And it looks like he just doesn't have much of any of it right now. Can deny 4 damage from going face and heal. Is that just game? I haven't done the math yet.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That has to be it, right?
It's lethal, yeah. With Twin Slice, Second Slice, Adept, and Kane, that's game. So BrushyTuna taking the 5-game series over CmacComp.
That was a really good match.
Very nicely done. Going with the extra damage and healing as well. Got a style on him.
Of course.
I love it. He's going with the found you voice line for lethal. Anytime you can say found you and get the win, you gotta do it. And very nicely played.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is going to have to be it for tonight. I'm not doing an interview because I frankly don't want to invite Tuna into this call.
Oh no. Oh, we gotta bring Tuna in. Yeah, you're right. We should probably call it.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you all for coming out tonight.
Wait. Let's not do him dirty. Let's bring him in.
Why? It's Tuna.
We'll compromise our own personal feelings for the integrity of Saloon.
Fine, but I get the mute button.
Hey, we had a debate about whether or not to actually just end the show right now and not interview you. Congratulations, though. It was a nice win.
Thank you. I want you to know I only went for that Kane lethal at the end there because you're casting Ron.
I appreciate it. Yep. I thought at the end I was like, oh, he's gonna do the found you lethal. Yes, I love it.
I had to, man. You know, C-Mac and I were memeing on each other the whole time. So what a better way to end off that meme-tastic match than a nice little found you.
All right,
Yep,
so
it was a fantastic meme fest.
It was fun. It's always
yeah.
fun playing C-Mac.
First thing I have to say is I got pissed off tonight
Why is that?
about what he banned.
Oh, I know. I was so
So
mad.
sad.
I was so excited for Vectus Mage. It was so good into the Shaman and the Priest and the Demon Hunter. Like it could have just 3-0'd. Well, I was so mad, man. I crafted Golden Vectus today too, just to flex a little harder on stream. So that was probably my curse that Mage was going to get banned. The fact that I made Golden Vectus.
Oh
It's just
yeah,
like-
as soon as you showed me that you crafted Golden Vectus, I'm thinking, yeah, it's getting banned, isn't it? That seals it right
That was
there.
it.
The
That
fact
was
you
it.
Crafted of gold. Yup.
It was a
But
rough one.
it was well played, it was well navigated. The
you.
main question I have for you is, are you a masochist? Because that Paladin versus Priest game, I feel like you could have conceded like 6 turns before you
So-
actually did.
I was trying to set up for a Lady Lialdrin, like kind of like weird lethal with the stealth guy once I got it off first day of school. But you know, he just kept stealing my stuff. And then the mind control at the end was just like the icing, like
Oh
the
my
cherry on
God.
top of all of it. I was like, yeah, you gotta be kidding me. But you know, you gotta I can't concede too early. You can't ever concede too early. So once he stole that 8-8, I did the math and I was like, even if I leave him Justice here and trade, it's still lethal. And there's no way C-Mac misses lethal. So I'm just gonna get out of here now. But
Yeah.
I was trying to play to my outs. That didn't come.
That was honestly that was classic Last Hero Standing. It was fascinating to watch. As I mean, I'm pretty sure the Shaman Bring was just the doom of CMAC here because everything was counters all the way through. You know, you won with Hunter versus Shaman, and then Hunter got countered, and then that counter got countered, and then that counter got countered. And then finally, for game 5, it was a counter again.
Yep. Yeah, I had to make sure I just navigated that last one perfectly. I was like, I am favored here, so let's just make sure I don't make any dumb mistakes and just like give CMAC the win. So
and it worked like a charm. So all of us saloon idiots who picked CMAC to beat BrushyTuna,
idiots.
Wait, somebody picked actually Tuna to win, right?
Yeah, it was one of the guests. I forget which one.
Hold on, I have the show notes open right now. I'll find it. It was Kel.
Oh,
Good job, Kel.
Well, there you go.
Little round of applause for Kel right there. You know,
it's a dark day for Saloon when we have to say Kel is smarter than all of us, but that's where we're at.
I feel like it's also a dark day whenever I win for Saloon as well. You know?
I was gonna say I don't know what upset me more, that Tuna won or that Kel was right about it.
It's a double whammy.
Probably equal, right? It's probably like equal as hated on, but
yeah. Also, congrats on the good season. That's a 5-2.
Yeah.
5-2. Unfortunately, ATL already eliminated, but not because of you. You had a great season. Unfortunately, the rest of the team didn't come through.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Right.
Unfortunately, you're the only one who actually remembered you were playing Hearthstone this season on your team.
I mean, let's not be unfair. Purple Conference was very, very strong.
Yeah,
and honestly, there's a lot of really strong players on ATL, and that happens to people from time to time where you just run into rough metas, things where you can't quite, find your groove. Tuna did, fortunately for him, but the rest of the team, there's always next season.
Yeah, definitely. With a strong 5-2 season like that, it's no wonder Tuna has a pro MVP.
Oh, damn it. All right. Cut the stream. Cut the stream. Get out of here.
I'm kind of upset about this season, though, a little bit, because I almost made the full, almost played in every seed this season. Started off in the 4, went down to the 5, went back to the 4, went to the 3, and I was 6 PR from playing the 2 seed this week.
Yeah.
So almost had the full luxury.
If you actually, or if Risen loses to Triss, who's subbing, then you do end the season in the 2 PR wise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
you
I don't get to play
almost
any games in
ran
the 2, so it's upsetting.
True. Fair enough.
But it's always fun to be able to win these matches and show off to Saloon that I'm better than their picks.
Oh man. Yep. I think that means it's time to end the broadcast.
I agree with you. Anyways, thank you all for joining us, of course. Upcoming
Yeah,
shows.
thank you so much as always, everyone watching. And what do we have coming up for the rest of the slate on the week?
I mean, of course, as always, I feel like everybody's getting the idea by now. Tomorrow night we have Horse Center, which Tuna, you gonna be on tomorrow night?
Yeah, I actually have a costume for tomorrow for Horse Center.
Definitely tune in to see that. But yeah, anyways, as always, not tomorrow night. Thursday we have Tavern Talk. Friday we have Friday Night Fights. Saturday night we have Salty Saturday. Sunday we have Sunday Night Showdown. And at some point over the weekend we will also have Schoolstone. So, of course, make sure you're paying attention to the content channel to see when those matches will be played. That brings us right back to the beginning of the week when we have Monday night for Wild and Out. And then we're getting into Tuesday night for the playoff saloon. Should be really hype.
That's right.
Yeah.
With a to be named guest, I think.
Well, no, we have the guest confirmed. Is that what you're saying, or
do we still have the guest confirmed if
Yes.
his team completely shuts down and doesn't make playoffs?
I'm assuming that doesn't happen.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Also, that should be a pretty good indication of who our guest is. No spoilers, of course, but
it's me.
No
Just kidding.
spoilers.
Listen, we said if their team completely shuts down, not if their team completely shut down for the entire season.
Oh, rough. That's a rough one.
Yeah. Anyways, gonna do it for tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in.
Have a great night, everybody.
See you guys tomorrow night for Hearth Center.
See y'all.